Hello everybody. Hey, today we're going to put in a cabin air filter. You probably have one too. The purpose of a cabin air filter is to filter out pollen, dust, dirt, leaves, debris before it can enter the cabin of the vehicle. If you have your windows rolled up, the only way the air is going to get through and into the cabin is to come through a cabin air filter. They're, for the most part, fairly easy to change. This is a Honda Accord, and this is fairly typical, and it's behind this glove box here. Sometimes they're a little bit lower, but they're generally in this area. Let me show you how I get this out of here. So this is a 2016 Honda Accord, and this is fairly typical. Not too difficult of a job to do. Let's take a look. Okay, so we got the glove box open. That was tough. There's a little arm over here that you just push down on, and then you push in at the top of the glove box here. It's just plastic, and that allows you to swing it down out of the way. Here was the arm that I released earlier. It just clicks on and off. That's all it really does. So in behind here now, we've got this cover, this black cover, and that's covering up the cabin air filter. There's a little tab on this side and a little tab on this side here that we just need to push in at the top to release the cover. Okay, there we go. Yeah, little tab right there. Little tab right there, and it just comes right off, and it'll just click right back on when we're done. Okay. All right, let's take this filter out, take a look. Oh boy, that is pretty dirty. If you can't see that, I can see it right here. It's pretty dirty. You can always put a light behind it. If you can't see the light behind a filter, whether it's an air filter out underneath the engine or a cabin air filter, that's pretty dirty. Don't try and clean them out. It's not going to do much good. You'll just open up pores in the fabric, and dust will just end up coming through. So, you know, just replace it. Okay. Okay, so I got a replacement one here. There's a cleaner one. It's not brand new, but it's clean. You can see light goes right through there, right? I usually replace these with my filters from the Giza region of the Sierra Nevadas. I'm sure you're familiar with that. They've got the best pleated cotton available, and it captures about 98.6 of all dust, dirt, and pollen that can enter into the cabin of the vehicle. So I like to use these. The company also says it does a 50% better job of capturing cow flatulence than the other leading brand. Who does that testing? I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. We just reinsert this thing in here like that. Okay, it's pretty simple. Going to put our little cover on here. Okay, clicks into place. We raise this up, put our little arm on there, and it clicks into place. And we are done. How long did that take? A minute or less? I know you folks can do that. Check it out. You'll probably be surprised how dirty the cabin air filter is. Not too terribly difficult. Of course, I'm kidding about the My Filter and the Giza thing here. But do pay attention to the arrow on the filter that you remove. And when you reinstall your new one, make sure the arrow is pointing in the proper direction there. That's the direction of airflow that goes through the filter, and we just want to make sure that we put it in the proper way. Also, when these get this bad, they can get a kind of a musty smell because they can get moldy and get kind of gross. Also, they can restrict the airflow through the system, and that can have a detrimental effect on the heating and air conditioning system. So it'd be a good idea to check these every 6 months or so. Check your owner's manual. It can give you help on when you need to change these and where they're at. If you'd be interested in checking out any of our other automotive classes here at Clackamas Community College, or if you're interested in a career in the automotive field, check us out at clackamas.edu. I invite you to come out here to our campus in Oregon City and check out our newly remodeled automotive shop. It's absolutely fantastic. So more than happy to give you a tour, show you what we have to offer. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.